Hi everyone, thank you for being here. If you clicked on this video, then I hope you are ready for a tarot reading, tarot and oracle reading. This is all about just a message from your guides of something you need to embrace right now. And my channel is a little bit different, so I'll kind of explain a little bit about my process and how I work. I will be doing 3 pile readings, so you can pick whichever pile you feel most drawn to, and then we'll get into your reading and figure out what the common themes are and what your guides are wanting you to embrace right now. And then attached to those videos, I will be making a hypnosis video that's about 10 or 15 minutes long that will help you really integrate that theme or the thing that your guides think that you need to embrace. My name is Stephanie. I am a hypnotherapist and a tarot card reader and many other things. And so I am here to bring messages through with the tarot, but then also help them cement into your subconscious through my hypnosis videos as well. So if that interests you, please stick around and you can choose a pile. I have here the Cosmic Oracle with this really beautiful amethyst crystal right here. And then I also have the, let me find what it's called. I also have the Threads of Fate Lumen Edition with this beautiful rose quartz pyramid. And I also have, for the third pile, for pile 3, this Moonology Messages Oracle with this beautiful clear quartz pyramid. Alright, so go ahead and choose your pile. And we'll jump right into pile 1. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. This is, again, messages from your spirit guides on what they feel like you need to embrace right now and in your life, wherever you're at. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're seeing it, this is when you're meant to see it. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to first use the Threads of Fate edition to find out the energy of your guide and how they want to come through. Pile 1's guide, please. Pile 1's guide. I'd just like to say too that yes, I do things a little bit differently, but I do read the cards pretty intuitively. I might use the guidebook occasionally. I have a lot of oracle decks that are still fairly new to me. I have a lot of oracle decks, and getting to all of them can be tough sometimes. So I'm actually feeling this one coming out, so we'll use that. And we'll pull a few more cards from that deck in a little bit. But we have Get Curious. So what I'm getting from this card, and I just love these cards, they're so pretty, the gold foiling and everything. That bird is really standing out to me. So maybe birds are a big sign for you, or this guide uses birds to connect with you. I know birds are one of my big signs as well. I see them everywhere, flying close to my car, over my car. They catch my attention out my front window, literally everywhere. So maybe we have the same guide, who knows? So that is your guide's main energy. I'm still just kind of getting that they're always watching. They're always kind of hovering around you. You may be able to feel them. You may not. That's kind of how in tune you are. But I am getting that they are always around watching. You know, whether they're sitting up on a a street light watching over you. I see a lot of birds just kind of perched on street lights as I'm passing and driving. So you might have the same. Birds are just really good observers, and I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. So this guide might have been with you for a very long time and just guiding you, gently pushing you in the right direction, which is why they're showing up now. So now we'll go ahead and get into the cosmic oracle here. Ooh, that one just flew right out, didn't it? Put that one over here. It's 35. 35 could be significant. That also goes down to an 8 in numerology. Walk Your Truth is the name of the card. That hand is just ingrained in my brain right now. That's a really cool image of the hand with the galaxy behind it. You might be really close to something or putting your hand on something that you might feel is out of reach right now. Take this one and keep going. You might be reaching out for something. Something is within reach. They're telling you that it's close. With Walk Your Truth, I'm getting that maybe you might be a little bit nervous or a little bit scared to embrace this for some reason. So yeah, you could be a little bit scared to embrace something or to jump into things. Something you know that is for you deep down, but it might be a little bit hard to grasp onto, but I'm getting that it is within reach. You just have to turn on that confidence to walk your truth, to walk that path, to be in it. You also have Let Go, number 19, and Celestial Teacher, number 7. So there is something that you need to let go of in order for this thing to come in even closer for you to grab it. I think that's just an image of a tree from below, but it looks a little spooky, a little scary. But you can see the light behind it. You can see that light behind it. You're so close to something great, something beautiful, but it definitely, there's something holding you back. There's something you need to let go of in order for this to come in. If you don't let go of whatever this is, it's going to have a really hard time coming in. And it's almost like, not a test. I don't want to say a test from the universe or your guides, but it will allow you to hold what is coming in. It's like your arms are already so full of something and you have no space for the new thing to reach towards. Your hands are full. They're taken up with something and you need to drop it. You need to let it go in order to grab this thing that's coming in right here. With Celestial Teacher, there's that bird again. I see a bird there in that image. Heart center, throat center, most of her chakras here are just completely aligned and illuminated. This could be your guide coming through again, obviously with the bird image that I see right here. But it doesn't have to be. This could also be some kind of teacher or somebody in your life right now who is helping you to walk in this direction, helping you get there. I'm getting a lot of like confidence building. Like there might be some confidence that you have to build up around a certain subject or a certain aspect of your life. And this person is helping you do that, whether it is your guide or if it's somebody in your real life. So I'm getting just to kind of open up to help. Don't shut anyone out if they're offering help. It might be easy to do that. It might be kind of scary again to bring someone in, but I'm getting embrace that help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to, it's actually needed here. You might need somebody. I'm also getting that like somebody might, hold on.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Give a thumbs up.
I'm also getting that somebody might say something to you recently, or they may have, or they might soon, that just triggers something in you in a good way, not necessarily in a bad way. But they're saying to listen to that, to embrace it, to when you feel that ping and you're like, huh, it might seem like something that's not even really that important in the moment or in the conversation, but then it sticks with you or it feels different. That is your guide speaking through that person. And that is something significant to pay attention to. If it sparks an idea, if it sparks confidence, if it sparks anything positive, listen to that, because it's going to lead you to this thing that's coming in that you are needing to grasp onto. Go ahead and grab a couple more of the cards from this deck here. Threads of Fate. I'd had this deck on my wish list for a very long time before I pulled the trigger. And then I spent a long time trying to decide between the different editions. There's like a darker edition and this light edition, and I determined that I like this light version of it, the pinks and the purples and such. This one, pink. The Magi. And this is one I might peek in the guidebook for, just because this is still a fairly new deck. This I'm already kind of getting is still like more of a guide, like somebody who is really helping you with this. Whatever this is very guided, very aligned for you. And it's coming in, whether you want it to or not. It's just how easy or difficult are you wanting to make this? It's supported, it's aligned, and your guides are really, really wanting you to embrace whatever this is. So, and then we have Get Creative. So this could be some kind of creative pursuit, something that you've been wanting to make or create. You could be an artist. You could be also, a content creator wanting to create a channel, or maybe you're trying to make music or some kind of program for people to learn more about something, a teacher of some kind. But it's saying getting creative, and this could be thinking outside the box type energy. This could be doing things differently than other people in order for it to really land for you. I'm going to look up the Magi and just see if I'm correct in my thought process on that as far as like a guide goes. The eye is kind of sticking out to me. Like seems like third eye type stuff. So listening to your intuition might be really big in this situation. You might really have to sit with your intuition and lean into your gut. And I'm getting that might be kind of hard for you. Sometimes it's hard to know if it's our gut or if it's anxiety. That can be a little bit hard. And I think the way that I've kind of tapped into this and learned about it is if it feels good, if it lights you up, if it feels exciting, it's usually your intuition. It's usually your guides pushing you towards something. And if it feels negative, if you feel an ache, if you feel dread or anything kind of negative, that could still be your intuition, but it's your intuition kind of pushing you away from something. In this case, you're going to be looking for a spark. You're going to be looking for something that makes you feel really good and makes you feel excited. That is your guides coming through, telling you, yes, this is it. This is it. Take this, jump with it. I cannot seem to find this card. Oh, there it is. The Magi indicates a period where you need to look deeper. It asks you to examine what you think you know and then keep going. Throughout our lives, we build an infrastructure of beliefs that allow us to navigate life, but so often these systems is built on top of shaky foundation or weak materials. In other words, it's time to question that which you have never noticed. What beliefs inform your decisions, passions, and ambitions. The Magi is an seer of illusion, and in turn they are able to cut through the fog and get to work. The Magi may see the world similar to a mirrored funhouse. They see the core of each experience and are able to acknowledge how many different realities exist in a single moment. Being able to see these many realities is a gift. It teaches us to be less attached to a single road, but instead see where all the roads meet. If we are courageous enough to see and to be open, our life unfolding along the way of various roads, we invite a magic that few get to experience. Even a balanced Magi can frustrate people. They have some trickster energy in that they can see the bigger picture and may know the answer, but they will present the information to you in a way that may spin your head. They are gifted with words, and everything they say has multiple meanings. So this is a little bit of your guide coming through, like I said, to push you into that. They might be saying that they have a trickster energy, which is kind of funny. So if any of these pulls feel funny to you, or there's like an inside joke that maybe gets triggered, or you feel like giggling when you hear this thing, that's your guide coming through and telling you that they are, that's them giving you a push towards something. And then, yeah, it kind of talks about, just that gut stuff and just hearing that, taking that in. But also that infrastructure of beliefs that allow us to navigate life. Like in hypnosis, we call those knowns. Those are just associations that you have to something, right? Like, everybody, I like to explain it to people where everybody knows dogs, right? You have dogs in your life. It's in some form or fashion. Some people are scared of dogs, and some people are in love with dogs and they can't get enough of them. And the reason that distinction happens is because we had an experience when we were younger, or someone told us, or we had something happen in our life that made that interaction with dogs positive or negative. And then we take that in subconsciously, and that is our association that we have with dogs. And so something about this creative endeavor that you're having could be a negative known. Maybe it's somebody told you that you can't make money being creative. Maybe you don't feel like it's for you, or you should be doing something a little bit more substantial. Maybe taking risks is difficult. I'm getting this is kind of, it feels risky, but it shouldn't. You're supported and you're guided through it, even if it feels risky. That's kind of what I'm getting for that. And again, get creative is you have to think differently in this situation. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use this Moonology message oracle. Get another card. This one didn't want to fall out of my hand. I'll take it. Moon's reflection. Accept responsibility. The moon could be significant for you. Maybe look into your moon sign in your astrology and see what house your moon sign is in, or what house and what sign your moon is in. That could be a hint as to what this is talking about, especially the house. The houses in astrology tell you about certain aspects of your life and the area of life that those planets in that house rule and look over. And so wherever your moon is might be very significant. Like I have a Taurus moon in my second house, and that oversees anything like physical, like concrete, like even money, home, those kinds of things. But for you, it'll be different. It's wherever your moon sign is in astrology. And to find that, you can just Google like a natal chart and put in your birth information, and it'll give you your astrology chart. And most of them will have that moon sign listed. And then we also have, moonlight again. See, there we go. Moon is definitely highlighted here. The moon also talks about, or the moon also rules your emotions and your inner world. So this could be something that you've been holding on to for a very long time inside and haven't really told anybody about it. Could have been keeping it more of a secret. Okay, sorry, I had to step away for a minute, but I think we were talking about how the moon controls your emotions and your inner world, and how the moon has come up. I mean, obviously it's a moon deck, so that's gonna happen, but accept responsibility and enchanted. Whatever this is going to be, it's going to be very magical for you. Like, you're gonna really feel like you're stepping into your power, walking your truth, like this first card talked about. It's gonna feel magical. If it doesn't feel magical, you really haven't tapped into it yet. And then accepting responsibility, I think, has a lot to do with the letting go. Maybe this is you accepting responsibility for something, but it could also be you waiting around for somebody else to take responsibility. That might be for a few of you, but you can't wait for somebody else to take responsibility. Everyone is going to make their own choices. And maybe that's what you need to let go, is that you can't expect an apology, even if what they did was wrong, or you're wanting them to at least take responsibility for it. They might not ever do that. And if you're waiting for somebody to take responsibility in order to move your life forward, you shouldn't be putting your life and what you want to do on hold until somebody else makes a decision. You need to make your decisions no matter what anyone else is doing. Or maybe that's what your guides are pushing you towards right now, is not waiting for somebody else to accept responsibility, but to let that go, move on, and get creative with what you want to do with your life moving forward. Got other couple cards here, and then we're gonna jump into the tarot, get some tarot cards for your group. So that's the guidebook, my bad. We're gonna get a crystal card for you here and see what crystal is empowering you on this journey. Ooh, okay, you got a couple here. I'm gonna take all three of these. These ones were kind of, there's four. Okay, that might be too many. Let me feel into what I'm taking here. Okay. I'm going to take these two. Got tourmaline quartz. These cards are cool because they've got everything kind of written out on the back. So, with both the negativity fighting power of black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz, tourmaline quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might just be the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Anyone in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub is who needs it, and where to put it, wherever you intend to shine your brightest, and when to use it, when it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires of your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's not much easier to kick them back to the gutter where they belong. This, I feel like, is a lot with the accepting responsibility. Somebody did something that you are not happy with, or that they shouldn't have done, and you need to let them go, scrub it from your life, get them out of here. And this crystal is highlighting that for you and can help you do it. If you want to go and get that crystal, that could be very beneficial for you as well. It could give you the confidence to do that. But I think that's a really cool message there, and we'll put that next to that card because that is, move all these up a little bit too. That card is definitely paired with this one here. And then we also have obsidian. Obsidian is a black volcanic glass before the internet, before AI, before kitten food delivering drones. Like, way back, early Homo sapiens were getting it done with obsidian tools, capable of holding an extremely sharp edge. Obsidian scalpels are used in surgeries today. And who needs it is anyone looking to cut out negative people and patterns from their lives. I can't make this stuff up there. where to put it in your pocket like a concealed weapon against bad vibes, and when to use it when thinking positively seems out of question. When dark forces are at work, dig in, arm yourself with obsidian, and throttle back. Protect your soul. So yeah, you're dealing with something or someone here that you really need to cut out of your life. And if that is what you need to do in order to move forward with the thing that is just out of reach, you definitely need to do that. These crystals are highlighting that for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards for you then. Figure out a little bit more, maybe some specifics about this situation and what is going on. These cards like to stick together. This is a really pretty deck, though. It's the Star Child Tarot. Had my eye on this one for a while, too, before I went ahead and just bought it. The cards are good. They're this nice, thick cardstock, very soft, but the cards do tend to stick together a little bit, so it can be kind of difficult sometimes to shuffle them in the way that I like to, anyway. All right. We have the Nine of Cups, the Emperor. It's my card of the year. Very cool. And the Eight of Swords reversed. Awesome. So the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, which is really cool and always good to see. Again, they have the moon in some of these cards, but that full moon is just highlighted again. And the cups, of course, is emotions and water, and so it ties in with the moon very nicely. But this is the wish fulfillment card. Like, this means that like something big is coming to you if you can do the work to get there. Your wishes will be fulfilled. This is a good thing. But it's that letting go piece, and I keep coming back to the letting go. I think that's like the main message is, in order for the good to come in, you have to release what's no longer serving you. And that let it go is just like right there in the middle. And I don't think that is an accident. The Emperor card talks about really just creating your own destiny, creating your own, what you want to happen. Like, you have the capability to bring it to fruition and to tap into that Emperor energy. You are the one who controls that. You are the one who writes your own story. And whenever you decide to let that go and to release it, that's when that Nine of Cups is really going to come into play, and it's going to really pop off for you, really, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be really, really good. And I think you just need to let go and get there. It's funny that the Eight of Swords even comes out in reverse, because the Eight of Swords upright is not such a great card. It's a symbol of being trapped, but really just by yourself. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, I believe, they kind of create like a cage around the person, the swords do, and the person is blindfolded and their hands seem to be tied, but they're not tied very tight. So if that person were to just release their hands, they would be able to get themselves out of this predicament that they feel like they're in. And so that's the Eight of Swords. Upright is entrapment, self-victimization, imprisonment, restriction, negativity, and self-sabotage. And I kind of am getting the impression that maybe that's where you were at. You are in the process of coming out of that right now. And with it reversed, this is, the keywords are kind of possibilities, freedom, release, optimism, resignation, and denial. But I'm getting more of the freedom and possibilities, the release. Again, we're letting go of something important, something that's no longer serving us. And I feel like that ties in really well with, these are leading into the Nine of Cups. Your wish is coming true if you can take control of your own life and release what needs to be let go of. Take the guidance that is coming from your guide and release what needs to be let go. And this could be more than one thing. we might not be talking about a specific person that needs to be let go or needs to take responsibility. That could be for somebody, but for somebody else, it might be you need to release fear of judgment. You might need to release negative thoughts about yourself. You may need to release something else. It doesn't have to just be a person here, unless that's resonating for you. And then in that case, great, release that person. And I'm going to go ahead and pull one more card. I like to end my readings with a self-care card, and it'll kind of tell you what is something that you can do to take care of yourself. Let me get those cards real quick. Hiding from me. But a self-care card that is going to give you an idea of something that you can do this week or today even that will change things and push you in the right direction. So this is going to be a direct message from your guide about what you can do this week and today besides listening to the attached video. That is going to be that kind of mini hypnosis for you to help you let things go. That's the direction I'm going to take this, is releasing things that no longer serve you, whatever that might be for you. So when this reading is over, there should be a link in the bio, or not in the bio, a link down below, or linked up in the cards somewhere that will take you straight to that hypnosis video if you want to do it. I do want to give you a little bit of a disclaimer. Don't be driving or and listen to that. Make sure that you're in a space where you can fully close your eyes, relax, and let go. Funny, let go. To where you can listen to that and really dive into the process. A hypnosis is a little bit like a meditation. It is going to dive deep into your subconscious mind so that you can release or listen to the recording of what needs to be put in. So hypnosis is kind of like a rewiring of your brain, so to speak. Your conscious brain and your subconscious are two different things, and they usually want the same thing, but your subconscious is holding you back for some reason. So there's something within your subconscious that's making it difficult for you to release what needs to be released. And so what hypnosis can do is it can bridge that gap between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and it can jump into that subconscious mind. And what I'll do in the hypnosis is feed it different suggestions that will allow you to accept letting go easier. And so all you have to do is sit there and listen to it and accept it and bring it into your body and into your mind and let it do the work. You might find that, it's a lot easier to accept something or to let something go once you've listened to that and kind of taken it in. If this really resonated with you and you really want to dive deeper into that, I do one-on-one sessions. So you can visit my website, which is cosmicgardenhealing.com. That'll walk you through how to book a free consultation with me where we can discuss what you need help with and the proper session for you and what that looks like. And currently I am still in school for hypnotherapy, and so I am currently taking pro bono clients, which means that they'd be for free. So if you're interested in giving me some really decent practice with hypnotherapy and possibly also helping you let go of whatever this is, or if there's another issue you need help with, just reach out, let me know, check out my website, and we can go from there. But as far as this is concerned, your self-care from your guides, they are suggesting a dream journal, which ties into hypnosis very well, actually. In hypnosis, we try to help you release things within your dreams. And so dreaming is your body's and your mind's way of releasing things just naturally. And so it's funny that this came out for you. Not funny, it's actually perfect. I can see why it came out for you. And remembering your dreams can actually be a good thing. Sometimes forgetting them can be a good thing too, but in the really early hours in the morning, that's where we usually tend to remember our dreams. Those are also what we call venting dreams. And venting dreams are your body's and your mind's way of venting things out and working through things that need to be released. And that's usually a technique that we use in hypnosis as well. We'll give you suggestions like, and in your dreams, you will begin to work this through and release this, and you'll start to accept this more within your dreams. And so that's really cool that you got this card. 20 could also be significant, or the number 2. But I think keeping a dream journal and remembering your dreams is going to be super important. The more you write them down and the more you take the time to give to them, the stronger your memory will be around your dreams. That will allow more messages to come through. Maybe your guides communicate to you through your dreams, but you're not really remembering them. I have this theory that if you're super stressed, you're not going to remember your dreams as much. So if you find that you're very stressed or you're focused on so many other things in the physical world, you're probably not going to remember your dreams as much as you probably could. And so keeping a dream journal and being very aware of your dreams and what you're dreaming can allow for more dreams to come through, and that'll allow your guides to really tune in and get you those messages a lot more clearly than they've been able to recently. So that is your reading pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Comment down below and let me know if it did. This is kind of my first time doing like a full collective reading. I've done individual readings for people before, but yeah, if this resonated for you, please go ahead and give me a comment and let me know what this is about. And is it a person? Is it a thing? Like, what's going on for you that you need to release? And if any of the other piles spoke to you and you want to watch those as well, you can. Go ahead and click on that video for the hypnosis and give that some. You can also listen to that right before bed. That would probably be, especially with your dream card, that would probably be the best time to do it. But definitely click on that and give that a listen and comment on that and let me know how that worked for you. You can listen to it as many times as you want. You could listen to it just the one time, but I suggest even coming back to it and listening to it all week, or listening to it until you feel it really clicking. Multiple sessions is always great. So keep going with it, and I wish you all the luck in releasing whatever this is that you need to release. Bye. Okay, pile 2. If you chose the Threads of Fate Oracle with the rose quartz pyramid, we are going to get started with your reading for what your guides want you to know and embrace right now in your life. The first card that we're going to grab is one for the energy of your guide and how they are presenting to you. Higher perspective. Okay. This could literally be your higher self coming through right now, which is super cool and special. I just love these cards, don't you? Gold foiling is just gorgeous. Been looking at this deck for a really long time and bit the bullet and finally finding time to use them. Birds could also be significant. If you feel called to pile 1, they also had a connection to birds, so maybe pile 1 is significant for you as well. But I really feel like this is your higher self. So your higher self is being your own spirit guide here and is giving you this message. Go ahead and pull from the Cosmic Oracle, and we'll pull from that deck another couple times here in a little bit. Let's see what your higher self wants you to embrace right now. What is something that you need to embrace right now? Pile 2's higher self. What do they need to embrace? Oh, these cards shuffle so beautifully. Yeah. Okay. So we are looking at be fearless. Number 3. 3 could be significant for you. Surrender. 31. That could also reduce down to a 4. So we can have 3, 4. And Celestial Teacher, number 7. This card also came out in number 1. So if you feel called to number 1, please go watch it, because this again is It screams bird to me. It looks like a bird, but it's also her chakras aligning. And I think your higher self is a very aligned being. I think your higher self is trying to tell you that you are also very spiritual and very special, and you have more power in you than you let on or that you believe yourself to have. With the Be Fearless card, you may be nervous or scared about something right now. Something might be changing, something that you did not plan or something you can't control. With the Surrender card, it feels like something that might be scary or nerve-wracking or something that is really changing maybe your physical world around you. Or it might be something's changing. Something is giving you a higher perspective on what this might be, but it's also, they're asking you to surrender. This is something that you can't control. It is completely out of your control, and there's a higher purpose for it. It might be scary, but they're asking you not to be scared. Your higher self obviously has your best interest at heart because they are you. They've been there before. They know how this plays out. And they're telling you that, yes, it's scary, but if you surrender to it and you let the energy flow, whatever this might be that's coming through, it's going to end up okay. It's going to be good. Let's see if we can find out some more about maybe what is coming through that you need to surrender to. And you might know what this is already. It might be different for everybody. This is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But no, this card. These two are coming out, so you'll get one extra card of these ones. So we have take risk. So this could be maybe a decision that you have to make that is going to be risky, or it feels risky maybe, but it's saying take the risk. They're saying take the risk. It's going to be worth it. Get creative. I mean, you're watching me shuffle these, but this was also in deck 1, so piles 1 and 2 might be connected in some way for some people. Get creative. So there might be a creative endeavor or a creative way to look at the situation. That's kind of what I'm feeling it is it's a creative way to look at the situation that you're in. There's probably a very obvious, this is scary, like maybe you just lost your job, or you just broke up with somebody, or you just lost somebody. I might be hearing that makes you kind of maybe on your own. I don't know why that's coming through right now, but yeah. Getting creative is kind of shifting your perspective. Like, how else can you look at the situation to benefit you and to benefit the situation and kind of see the silver lining, I think is what I'm getting here. We also have get curious. This card was the actual energy of the guide from group 1. So yeah, please go watch group 1. These two are clearly connected, or I did not get the full message in the group 1. So it's coming back around. Again, that bird, there's bird wings in this card as well, and how your higher self is coming through with bird wings. And yeah, again, right here. So, get curious. This could be asking questions. What do you need to ask questions about through this situation and this thing that is coming up for you? What kind of questions do you need to ask? I don't think you're asking the right questions. I think that there are some specific things you could be asking, and then you're not asking the right things. I'm not sure what those questions are, but there's definitely something some questions that maybe you need to ask somebody else, or maybe you just need to ask yourself these questions. Let's see what else we've got. This is the Moonology Messages deck. Okay, we got 3 again. Okay, 3 could definitely be significant for you, especially here with this one first card that came out. It was number 3. We have the past, moon memories, the past. So this could be something linked to your past. Put that over here. This is usually where the past cards go. We have reach for the moon, go for it. So this could be something that is, put this up here, something that you have to reach for, which was a theme in the first group as well. So something is calling you in. Be fearless. Take the leap. Surrender to whatever is happening here. And then we have talk to the moon, communicate. So this could be going a couple different ways. This could be communicating within to yourself, being honest with yourself about what you want, about what you need, about what you are needing to be fearless about and surrender to. But it could also be talking about communicating with your guides in order to get the information that they are trying to give you. And really asking them for guidance and asking them for help. Talk to them. They're asking you to talk to them. And as well as this situation might involve someone else. Yeah, this situation might involve someone else. So you could be asked to communicate with them. Maybe your communication with them right now is not very easy. But the risk is worth it. What questions do you need to ask them? Yeah. Let me get some crystal cards for you real quick. Okay. Those are what we're taking then. Only 2. Only 2. We have honey calcite and tourmaline quartz, which was also in the first pile. Honey calcite was not, but this one was. So we'll start with that one. What it is, with both the negativity fighting power of a black tourmaline and the amplifying clarity of clear quartz. Tourmaline quartz, exactly what it sounds like, might be just the best stone to bring along in that often discussed desert island scenario. Who needs it? Anyone who's in need of a psycho-spiritual scrub. And where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest. Going for it. And when to use it. When it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires of your life. Once you have had a clear view of their whereabouts, it's that much easier to kick them back to the gutter where they belong. So this could be the person that you have to communicate with. It could be a version of yourself, honestly, with your higher self coming through. This could be a version of yourself that you need to kick to the curb. Something that you need to be fearless to step into, a new version of yourself. Take that risk, show yourself, surrender to who you're becoming. You can feel that, like you can feel a change, but it's scary. Change is always a little bit scary at first until we actually experience it, and then it's not so scary anymore. Okay, honey calcite, isn't that pretty? What it is, a honey-hued mineral on a mission to turn the bewildered and bumbling into a super-driven worker bees. And who needs it? Anyone with a job to do, the brilliant but lazy, or any Taurus. Where to put it? Instead of hanging your forehead repeatedly on your desk, try a gentle kiss of honey calcite there instead. When to use it? When the barriers to abundance feel too big to power through. When it's time to stop waiting your turn and stop waiting until tomorrow. Picture yourself triumphant on the other side of whatever stands in your way and call on honey calcite to kick in the door. Break through your limits. Yeah, so this could be, maybe this is a career situation for you, abundance situation. It could involve your career. I don't know why, but I'm getting like, maybe you got a promotion, like you're putting your past behind you, you got a promotion, you're reaching for the moon, but it's a little scary. Maybe you don't feel ready for this promotion. You don't feel ready for this next stage of your life. Maybe it involves more creativity than you feel like you have, or it involves more communication, like maybe being seen more, and that's scary for you. Yeah, it could definitely have to do with career. Let's get some tarot cards and see what comes out for tarot. This is the Star Child Tarot, and I love this deck. The art is so pretty, but the cards are really soft to the touch, but it is very difficult to shuffle these cards. They get stuck together a lot. So let's see what wants to come through. I very rarely have any flyers with this deck. Usually have to pick one or cut the deck, which doesn't make the message any less correct. Okay, those two. I don't need any more for that. Okay, so we have Ace of Wands reversed and the Chariot reversed. Interesting. The Wands cards do talk about creativity, which is interesting. And the Ace talks about something new coming in. Reverse, though, it talks about not having a lot of focus, blocked creativity, a lack of motivation, creative roadblocks. So this could tap into the being scared. It's also next to your past card, which is where I put it. So maybe this was the energy that you were in, and you're starting to come out of this Ace of Wands energy. If we were to put this card back upright, it's inspiration, ideas, creativity, vision, new projects, like all the things we've kind of been talking about. So you might have been in this energy, right? And the Chariot card literally talks about movement, things moving quickly, in the normal upright way. Reversed, though, it talks about being unmotivated, distracted, a lack of control could be playing a part, or fixation on something. And I think that's where the surrender card is really asking you to step forward and be fearless and surrender to whatever that is, because with your higher self coming through, like, you can't lose in this situation. You really can't. Even if it feels like you're losing in the moment, it's literally leading you to something even better. So I don't think that this is, even if it comes across as a negative situation or something is changing and that's scary for you, I really do feel like this is going to be for the better. It is for your betterment. And it's going to help you turn these around, or the energy is moving this way. And I think this is going to end up very good for you. Yeah. And this pile has a lot of very similar themes to the first pile. But I want to give you a different hypnosis video to link to. So I think we'll do, you can listen to that hypnosis that's linked to pile 1 as well, because there are a lot of similar cards. But I think the theme of the hypnosis video that I'm going to do for this one is, maybe we'll tap into creativity, because I feel like with the lack of creativity here and the creativity card coming up, that might be the key for you guys to really step into this energy and just to let it go and to surrender to what you need to go for. creativity feels very significant in this pile. So I think we'll make a stepping into your creativity hypnosis video. That's going to be linked down below, but it'll also be linked probably, if I can figure out how to do it, up into the video itself right now. So you can go ahead and check that out. I do have one more card for you. This is a self-care deck that I like to pull from. So your guides, or in your case, your higher self, can give you something that you can do today or this week that you can tap into and get some self-care. This might shed some light. You might shed some light on your situation for yourself with this deck, with whatever they ask you to do. And then I also just want to say that with the hypnosis video, it's just a way to really solidify and integrate the messages here. We got a good message of creativity and letting go. So you could go and listen to both, again, pile 1 of the letting go hypnosis and of this one, which is embracing the creativity and stepping into some creativity. If you feel called to both, that's fine. If you just want to listen to one or the other, that's okay too. And if you don't feel ready, that's all right too. Hypnosis is a way to jump through the conscious mind into our subconscious mind, where I will give you suggestions to change your outcome. So I'll give suggestions on how to step into your creativity, to allow ideas to flow freely to you. And by listening to that when you're in a very calm, almost meditative type state, it allows your subconscious to be bypassed, your conscious mind to be bypassed, and your subconscious to take those on. Your subconscious holds a lot of associations to things, and sometimes those just need to be rewired. You might have some kind of creative block that we need to try to clear, and this hypnosis will help with that. It'll only be about a 10 to 15 minute video, but I do ask that you make sure that you are not driving and you have some time to really sit down and put some headphones in and get into that meditative type state, that hypnosis state, and just listen to what is being said. Do not drive or do get distracted during this. You can listen to it as many times as you wish. I suggest before bed coming back, and maybe every night for like a week, or until you feel like it's really clicking. Bring it back, listen to it. If it's only 10 or 15 minutes, you have that in a day. You can pop in your headphones and listen to that hypnosis and really jump into what you need. So a beauty ritual is a self-care that your higher self is asking you to do. Something that makes you feel good. Okay. Number 5 could be significant for you. Maybe this is 5 days of doing a beauty ritual. She's doing her painting on like some tattoos in this one, but it looks like she's been doing her nails. She's got some crystals around her. She's got a really beautiful flower crown on that she probably made herself. So we're looking at doing something that makes you feel good. Maybe you haven't been doing that for a while and it's starting to wear on you a little bit. So doing something that makes you feel really good is going to help all of this get into place. So again, go ahead and check out that hypnosis video that's linked, and I hope that this creativity comes through and you're able to surrender as smoothly as possible to whatever the situation is. Thanks. Bye. Okay, pile 3. If you chose this Moonology Messages deck along with the Clear Quartz Pyramid, this is your pile. Excuse me. And this is about what your spirit guides feel like you need to embrace right now. We're going to come back to that deck in just a second. Right now, we're going to figure out the energy of whichever guide is here, wanting you to give you this message of something to embrace in your life right now when you are listening to this. And we have destruction. Now, that sounds scary, but I don't want you to fear this card. I'm seeing kind of an owl, like owl eyes and like the little owl eyebrows, if you will. So owls could be very significant for you. So far, all 3 piles have had bird connections. I don't think every card in this deck is has birds on it. So it's really funny that like all three have really had that connection. So anyway, we will jump back into that in a minute as well and pull some more cards. But when I see destruction in the energy for your guide coming through, I'm just getting that they're a guide that makes the hard decisions for you. Something may have or might be in the works of falling out of your life. This could be a person, this could be a job, this could be, I don't know, you moving somewhere away from family or family moving away from you. It could feel like your life is falling apart, literally destruction. But it reminds me of the death card in tarot where things fall away so that new things can come in, better things can come in. And in the moment, it feels horrible and it feels destructive and it feels so shitty. But when you're on the other side of it, you can usually look back and be like, you know what? Thank goodness that this happened because I would not have been able to move forward in this really amazing thing. I have a couple times in my life where this has happened, where, you know, my life fell apart, whether it be a breakup or I lost a job. And when I'm on the other side of it, I can look back and be like, oh, that person was forced out of my life because I wasn't going to leave them. Or that job was like I was forced to leave that job because I wouldn't have left. I would have gotten too comfortable and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if I had stayed in that job. And so that's kind of the energy I'm feeling from this guide, is that they are probably the guide that steps forward when things need to leave your life, or things need to be broken down so that things can be built back up. Kind of what I'm feeling. This reading might not be necessarily about what is leaving your life, but that is the energy that this guide is bringing to the table. So let's get some of these cosmic oracle cards to get some more of this information. I'll take this. Okay. So we have Mother Earth. Number 22, that's a very powerful number. Earth, be still. Number 5. Number 5 is about change. And 2 and 2, technically we don't take down angel numbers like that, the double numbers, but if you were to reduce it, it would be 4. So 4, 5, so this could be past, present, future, but I don't know, we'll see. And communication. Loud communication. Wolves are very loud. And you see her third eye is illuminated here. And her eyes are just this piercing blue. I don't know if you can see that very well on the card on the camera, but they're just this piercing blue. Communication, seeing through things I'm getting. And then her whole, just getting her whole crown chakra is just illuminated right now. That's beautiful. Got some tree sprigs, I think, right here. So that could be tying back into Mother Nature, or Mother Earth. Number 9 could be significant as well. 9 is actually kind of getting close to completion. You're almost there. So I'd say I'm going to look up this Mother Earth in the guidebook because I want to see what it has to say. I'm getting a nurturing feeling, but I kind of just want to see what the card says as well. I can find it here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Mother Earth. The trees are our lungs, the rivers our circulation, the air our breath, and the earth our body. Your heart is open and your intentions are pure. Know that you are being guided and nurtured by Mother Earth herself. She embraces you with her beauty and wisdom in all that you do. She reminds you of your light through the illuminating stars, your beauty through her flowers, your sacred knowledge and balance through her trees. Nature guides you in every facet of your life. If you have picked this card, Mother Earth calls out to you in love. Earth Guardian, you are being called to assist humanity in remembering its divine connection to nature. Now it's time to express and share your creativity and wisdom even further. It is through the sharing of your love and talent that others will be inspired to journey to deeper realms within themselves. Transformation and the healing of the earth starts within every human being. The earth simply reflects our inner state. We are all in one consciousness, expressing in its many forms. When we die, our bodies dissolve into earth, which then nourishes the soul and feeds the trees and plants, forever weaving, never adding or subtracting in this cosmic connected dance of life. If humanity can focus on healing and nurturing the world within themselves, the earth will come to reflect the higher vibrational energy and light. Your work, each Earth Guardian, is to assist others to remember their true divine selves and reconnect to the natural world. Do what you came here to do, shine your light, walk your walk, and do all this with continued truth and integrity. An affirmation: I am dissolving into the oneness of all that is. This is associated with your heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra, which I did kind of mention here, your third eye and your crown. And also communication is obviously your throat chakra, because that's where your voice comes from. So those 3 chakras could be very significant. Maybe whatever destruction you feel like you're going through right now could be opening up your gifts, your psychic gifts, your inner knowing, your intuition. It could be really turning those online right now. Because we've got the eyes here on your guardian card. And then I was mentioning her eyes, and her eyes are just really standing out to me in this card right now. And so you might be seeing things in a different way. Maybe the destruction is like your inner world. Maybe you're going through a spiritual awakening right now. Maybe that's what led you to this reading. Maybe tarot and oracle is new for you, but you've been kind of dipping your toes into it, and you were feeling called to this for a reason. Your third eye could be awakening or opening. With be still, I think that just kind of speaks for itself. Don't try to force anything. This could talk about meditation, possibly. Just kind of being comfortable with being in the silence and being still. That is very difficult for a lot of people to do. And it's a skill that you have to teach yourself. But I think if you can get there, this is all going to awaken and be a lot easier. You can sit in the stillness and sit with your emotions and sit with the things that are coming up for you. Let's go ahead and get some other cards here. First, we have get creative. There is definitely a certain kind of collective here. This was in both of the other piles. So if you feel called to watch any of the other piles, go ahead, because you're connected to both of them somehow. Ooh, whoa, okay. I did want to take this one. I think these ones just fell out. But this one also was sticking out to me, so we'll take those. Okay, so we also have Underworld. I'm pairing that with Destruction a little bit. But this time, she's bound with some barbed wire here, and she's all tangled up. This could be a situation that you feel like somebody put you in. But this could also be like metaphorical in the fact that you have tied up yourself. You've gotten yourself tangled in a situation that needs to be released and let go. I think that's kind of the theme for all of these piles, is letting things go, releasing. And then the Weaver, which I'm going to look up in the guidebook as well. The Weaver, I'm kind of getting Emperor vibes just from first look at the card. And the Emperor pops up in one of the other piles as well. I don't remember which one right now, but the Emperor is like big boss energy, kind of like creating your own story and your own path and realizing you have that power within yourself. And so let me look that up real quick, but I do feel like you are definitely releasing something that is no longer serving you. Oh, I don't know where my guidebook went. I might not be looking that up. Oh, there it is. The Weaver. Let's see here. Maybe as a collective right now, we are just releasing. And the more we can release, the more we can bring in what we need to bring in, and the new earth, like it was talking about. My goodness. Oh, there it is, the Weaver. The Weaver is the master of their destiny. What did I say? This deck is named the Threads of Fate because each one of us has thousands of threads that, when combined, weave the fabric of our life. Again, the collective here. We can braid, nurture, or serve any strand at any time, and in doing so, we are the Weaver. This card urges you to take inventory of all the threads active within your life at the moment. What needs to happen moving forward? Which ones need to grow stronger? Which ones need to be cut? What actions can you take to tend the threads of your fate? Very interesting. The underworld is really only like right here. If the underworld comes up, the underworld card comes to you, it's either an invitation to go within yourself, or it serves as an acknowledgement where you currently are. If you do not sense you are in the underworld, then this card is asking you to take a pause and allow the things that need to fall away to do so. If you're in the underworld at the moment, it can often feel like it is a trial after trial, loss after loss. It may feel very empty and uncomfortable. The underworld is where we die and are reborn. This holds the fire of transformation. So many people resist being in the underworld or try to push the journey, but this card is asking you to settle into and surrender. Give yourself permission to be in this in-between space and be still, right? Give yourself permission to be in this in-between space and welcome the changes to the best of your ability. While we are in the underworld, we need to allow ourselves to be there without anticipating the rebirth. We must simply be there. And again, 5 is all about change, just being still, being there. This ties in with the destruction and the guide that we have coming through for you that's helping you through this and wanting you to embrace this. This is release of some kind. And it's asking you to trust the process a little bit. Trust that this is going to be better. There's, in this like new age of spirituality, I've seen a lot of things about high vibes and nothing but good vibes. And there is a time for that. And that's great to strive for. But honestly, we need to embrace all parts of ourselves. And so by completely trying to be in high vibes all the time, we're missing a lot of the lessons. And that's a little bit on the verge of toxic positivity. And we want to avoid that because the toxic positivity is almost surface level, right? Because if we don't sit in our destruction in the underworld and be still and embrace that part of ourselves and move through it and learn the lessons, how can we get to those positive things on the other side? So I think that's the lesson here, is just pushing through the hard stuff and seeing what we can do moving forward. So this is talking about the past. So you may have already come through the situation, or it is going to become your past. And then we have drawing down the moon, knowledge. Oh, and look, the past is also the dark moon. Kind of just ties into that as well. Drawing down the moon, knowledge. So the more you are able to sit with this in this uncomfortable dark space, which is beautiful in its own right, right? Like the darkness in the underworld is beautiful in its own way. It's just different. In one of the other piles, I talked about this deck. Actually, it has two versions. This is the Lumen deck, which is kind of more of the light version, and then there was a dark version as well. And I spent a lot of time trying to decide which one I wanted. They were both beautiful, and I really liked both of them. I did ultimately decide to get the light deck. They were a little bit on the expensive side, so I could only get one. But I think that ties into the message here a little bit, is that we learn a lot about ourselves when we are in darkness. We learn how we handle our emotions. We learn how we treat other people when we're at our deepest, lowest point. We accept help when we are in those lowest points from other people. We bring them in. We find who our tribe is. There's a lot of knowledge to be gained when we are in darkness, and a lot of positivity that can come out of it as well. I'm going to pull some crystal cards for you all. Oh, that's pretty. What do we got? Azurite. And what it is, a meditative and dreamy azurite is a soft, powdery to prismatic, rich blue, copper-infused mineral. Who needs it? The materialistic, vain, and always craving. It's not a judgment. That's almost all of us, or Leos especially. Where to put it? Alongside the spiritual shovel you're using to dig your way out of that prison of worry, indecision, and desire you've constructed around yourself. That's really interesting language, considering we've been talking about being in the underworld and in the dark and things like that. When to use it? When material pleasures aren't giving you the buzz they used to. When it's time to take a break from snapping selfies and chasing shiny things. You can shake off shallowness. Start with your breath and then dive into the deep end with azurite. Explore your hidden depths. So this crystal might be very significant for you. You might want to go get an azurite. It might really help you sit with these energies deep within yourself, in the underworld, in your past. Maybe your past is you need to reflect on your past self, or a situation that happened in the past that's holding you back. This could be trauma-based, possibly. Again, a lot of like dark energy here, but if you notice, the be still right in the middle is almost the same mirrored image as in the Weaver card, where you've got the sword. Sword is all about your thoughts, and like being in your head. Like if you can just be still and change the way you're thinking about things, you're going to come out with the activated third eye and an open crown chakra, which is going to help you see things in a different light, getting creative with how you're seeing things. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I am going to get some tarot cards. Let's see. Ooh, okay, that one wanted to come out, and you know what? So does this one. Let's see what we got. That was fast. Knight of Swords. Ooh, I don't know where to put these. Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords reversed. Interesting. Yeah, so we have the Knight of Swords upright. And like I said earlier, swords is all about your thoughts and what's going on in your head. They're swift moving. The knight specifically is very fast moving. Talks about being determined, possibly restless, focused, rebellious, swift and very fast, like I said, and decisive. So you may have like made up your mind about something. Maybe something about your past you made your mind up about. And then the Queen of Swords is like literally the next card. And in reverse, it means critical, pessimistic, bitter, holding grudges, being cruel or cold. So you might be feeling that way towards somebody or a situation. Or maybe you're thinking that about somebody or something, whatever the situation that you'll know what this is about. I feel like if we were to switch the Queen of Swords reversed, it would be integrity, principles, perspective, severe, aloof, and truth. So maybe we have to sit with ourselves to see the truth, to open our third eye, to see from and through the darkness what we can achieve and what the truth of that situation really is. Yeah, that's interesting. I think it's just asking you to sit with the darkest parts of yourself and to maybe release some of that and to change our thought process or change who we are. I'm going to pull one more card from a self-care deck. This is going to be a card that your guide wants you to do today or this week, aside from the hypnosis video that you can get. It's just going to be linked down below, but also probably up in the cards up at the top of the video. For yours, I'm going to do like releasing a past version of yourself, or like a sitting in your darkness, being comfortable in your darkness. Maybe that might be kind of a cool hypnosis. It'll only be like 10 or 15 minutes. The reason I like to do the tarot reading and the hypnosis video that's linked to it is because it allows us to get the message, to hear what the message is from your guides or for whoever is giving you this message. And the hypnosis is going to cut through your conscious mind into your subconscious mind and help to rewire your brain and to help this message sink in a lot faster and integrate it into your life. Hypnosis is kind of like meditation. So if you're familiar with meditation, that's a little bit about, it's kind of how it feels. So I need to make sure that when you're doing that hypnosis video, please don't be driving. Don't get distracted. Find yourself a quiet space where you can put in some headphones and really just tune out the rest of the world for 15 minutes and be still. And you can listen to it more than once. I suggest doing it for maybe a week straight, every night before you go to bed. You can listen to it multiple nights, multiple days in a row. You can listen to it multiple times during the day, whatever you feel called to. I actually feel like both of those cards wanted to come out, so we're going to grab both of them. But yeah, that hypnosis again is just to rewire your subconscious a little bit so that your viewpoint is different. And if we're talking about transmuting and sitting with the dark part of yourself and kind of coming out on the other side, that's going to be very transformative because we're literally talking to the subconscious, which is the darkest part of your mind, the part that you're really unaware of. And so this is a really beautiful reading and I'm excited to jump into that. Your cards here, I think I can show them. This is all of a sudden turned into a very mature reading. But these two things that I will put down can help to, they're related. They're very much related. But they can help with release. And it's something that's very taboo and could be looked at. I mean, it's a completely natural thing, but it could be taboo or could be looked at as like a dark side of yourself to other people. And so maybe embracing this particular side of you and in the acts of these themselves, if you're catching my drift, can help you release and get to that point faster. So I'm not going to say the words of these cards, but you are more than welcome to read them and see them on screen. I don't really know the rules of YouTube yet. I'm still kind of learning that. So we're just going to place those here and then I'll flip them over. Fours could be very significant. That was a 44 card and the 40 card, which if you add up the 4 and 0, you get 4. So I know 444 is super significant to me. So maybe there's a message in this deck for me or this reading for me as well. So again, that is your reading and I hope that you resonated with it. go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if any of this resonates with you, what you got from it. And go and jump onto that hypnosis video. Comment on that too if you feel like it's working for you, if you have any feedback for me. I'd be really interested to hear that as well. And yeah, I hope that you have a great day, night, evening, whatever it is, whenever you're watching this. And you get through this dark night of the soul, so to speak. Bye.